Welcome to Q&A, Social Security Disability Today. This program is brought to you by the Reeves Law Firm, representing you and your Social Security and disability needs. If you have a problem or questions regarding Social Security and disability, call attorney Anthony Reeves. Here's your host, attorney Anthony Reeves.
If you have a medical problem, tell someone and get it documented. Now, I know this is going to sound goofy, but let me tell you the 3 reasons why I bring this to your attention. First, don't keep it to yourself. So many times I've had clients who have told me when we've gotten close to hearing that they have all these problems, and I'll say the magical question, is any of those things properly documented in your file? Well, no, I haven't told my doctor about it. Well, I got news for you. I can't treat you, and just you telling me is not going to make it strong before a judge. Don't keep that kind of information to yourself. If you are having health problems, tell somebody. Let your doctors know so they can address it accordingly. Second, don't tell your doctor only one time if it's a legitimate problem. I can't tell you the number of times people have said, well, I mentioned it to my doctor. How many times did you mention it? Well, once. He ain't say nothing or she ain't say nothing, so I ain't worried about it. But is it giving you problems? Well, yeah. Is it still giving you problems? Yeah. For a long time? Yeah. Then why would you only say it one time? Because in their mind, they're thinking, well, if the doctor hasn't addressed it, it must not be that important. Wrong answer. If you're having problems and they are legitimate problems, not something you pulled out your thigh or something you saw on Google, I mean a legitimate problem. If you're having headaches, don't sit there and just tell the doctor one time you had a headache and keep on trucking. If they are continuing to happen, you continue to say something. And just say, listen, doc, is there anything I can do? Something's wrong here. And tell them. And then finally, follow up with your doctor. Ask them for their recommendations. Guess what? Let's use the headache example. Let's say that you've been having headaches. I tell your doctor. So you tell your doctor once or twice, and you notice the doctor never said anything. Don't be shy. Flat out say, hey, doc, I know I've mentioned a few times about my headaches. You haven't really said anything. What's going on? And if the doctor's like, oh, well, pin them down. Say, listen, do you think this is legitimate, or is there anything you can recommend? Speak to your doctor. Your doctor's not there to talk at you. They don't know, they have your lab reports, but you know what? They rely on both lab reports and clinical examinations. When you're talking to them, they're examining you because you are telling them what's wrong. When sometimes the labs don't tell them clearly what's going on. Meaning it tells them certain things, but you're there to corroborate whether or not those things are how substantial they are. Don't be shy. If you got a problem, don't keep it to yourself. And if it continues to bother you, tell the doctors more than once. And finally, find out what they recommend to correct that problem. Or if they think it's a problem whatsoever. Because they're not going to know unless you say so.